My name is Maria de Carmen Cossu, and I'm 52 years old, and
Okay.
I'm from Lima, Peru.
Okay. And when did you come to the United States?
I came to the United States in 1987. I
Okay.
was 27 years old, and this was my first time out of my own country.
Okay. And do you keep any connections to Peru?
Yes, of course, I travel many times, more often now because my mom is almost 90 years old, and due to her health, I try to go and visit her often every um, probably 4 to 6 months
Okay.
due to her health and all those issues. I want to take care of her.
Okay. And so, what made you want to become a naturalized citizen?
Well, I have been living here for almost 25 years now, and I thought that it was a great opportunity to become an American citizen because I was going to be able to get more involved in the country, in the issues, as well as being part of the government in a way by being able to put my vote in, and I felt that that was the good thing to do for myself, being part of this society, for my child who's now 17, and because I felt that I have become already part of this society and this country. It's my home also, and the place where I received my education.
Okay. And did you talk to your family about the pros and cons of becoming a naturalized citizen?
Yes, I discussed this a lot with my husband and my son, who's been born in the United States. And my husband was very much um, welcoming the issue of naturalized citizen. I feel that women are more concerned about that. We are more attached to our roots. It takes us a lot more um, time to think about it and make sure that we are ready because as women, I think we're definitely more concerned about our roots, our heritage, and becoming a citizen. You think that you're going to cut all ties to your country of origin, but it's not what has happened to me. I know what my origins are, my heritage, and becoming a U.S. citizen, I also can be part of this society, serve better, and also make it understood that immigrants are building this country as well. So
Okay.
that's how I got to think about the importance of becoming a citizen, a U.S. citizen, and because I love this country, and I've been educated in Peru since I was a little girl learning English.
Mm-hmm.
So it was part of my education as well.
Okay. Um, so, can you describe your experience of the naturalization process?
It took a long time. It took a long time because I came here as a student.
Okay.
I came here as an intern at the Smithsonian Institution, and then I transferred from visa to visa. I went back to my country because I came here with an exchange visa. Then I went back to my country, and then I came back to Washington for my graduate studies. And after that, you change it to another visa, student visa. From the student visa, I changed to a work visa that the Smithsonian was going to sponsor for me to work in the institution. And then after that, I um, changed to an international workers visa, another status, while my husband was doing his process for the green card. And then in 2001, we got the green card. So if you count the years, 1987 to 2001 is when we got the green card. So that's why I say it takes a long time.
Sure.
And then you have to be patient after being with your green card. It takes 5 more years to be able to get the citizenship. And after that, um, we were able to get the citizenship by 2006. But I didn't do it in the paperwork immediately.
Okay.
Um, I waited because I had to travel in 2006 or something of that sort. And then when I was ready, the paperwork also took another year. So finally, I became a citizen in 2008.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
And what were some of the major steps in becoming naturalized for you?
For me, it was basically after you have the green card, you have a lot of the paperwork done, and for the U.S. citizenship, you had to study for your exam. Also, you have to fill out a lot of paperwork, which is the application process, and then you have to hear from your immigration officer. They call you for an interview, and you have to be very certain that you know the questions that they are going to ask, and you have to know about your representatives in your local government and how the United States is prepared to deal with issues of democracy and government, and you have to be really set to know a lot about the political system, democratic government that rules the United States. So I think you have to be prepared for these questions. You have to be very confident that you know all these questions and the right responses, and that you are also knowledgeable of the current issues that are tied to the country. So when you have your interview, you feel secure, and that was the major step. And then when I got the invitation for the swearing in, I was a little sick with a sinus infection, but I had a very special ceremony because an important judge from Maryland came to my swearing in. I didn't enjoy it as much as I enjoyed my husband's naturalization because I was sick that day. But I recall that I was crying a lot during my husband's swearing in ceremony. It was very emotional. I was taking the pictures, but I was crying. During my ceremony, unfortunately, I was feeling sick, so I didn't enjoy it as I wanted to. So that was what I recall. Mainly the application, you put it in, and then studying for the exam.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Great, thank you. So, what object did you bring in, and can you tell me about the story behind it?
Yes, I brought the retablo, which is a very important object from Peru, and it's an object that it's like a portable altar, and you open the doors of this little altar, and you have the nativity scene, and it's made in the highlands of Peru, in an area called Ayacucho by wonderful craftsmen. And I thought this object, since the early 1700s, was handled by travelers around the mountains of Peru. They brought them in their bags, tied to their bags or tied to their horses, or the modes of transportation. It was a way to remember and have the nativity, and as a portable altar to remember to pray. So I thought this is very an important object that represents Peru because of the colors, the scenery inside, the peasants that are represented in the scenes, the nativity scenes inside, and it represents the craftsmen of my country. And it's kind of a symbol of the main craft of Peru, and I thought because travelers used it, and I was a traveler, I was bringing only 2 suitcases, one with books because I was coming to study, and one with clothes. And I thought of an object that represented my culture, that could remind me in a small apartment, a student apartment, something that could bring memories of my country or tie me to my country. This is the retablo.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And so my last question for you is, how was your life affected by becoming a naturalized citizen?
It was exciting because once you are a citizen, you know that you have responsibilities and duties to the country, and especially I got my citizenship before the vote of 2008, but I was able to vote in the next elections in 2010, and it was very exciting for me to be part of the process, and being able to vote. And now knowing that I will be able to vote for a new president or for a new this will be my opportunity to vote for a president for the first time. Is exciting in itself and important because also, since my son was born here, I think it's an important example that we are part of this society, and that we care about this society and what is happening, and to be very part of this country is being part of the democratic system as as being able to vote, and I think it's a good example for my son to see that we came as students, but we stayed here, my husband and I, and we are part of the system in the country that way, that we have our responsibilities as citizens, and I'm very proud to be a U.S. citizen as well. I enjoyed being part of the process.
Okay. Well, thank you so much
Thank
for your
you.
time.
Thank you so much. It was great to review all these ideas and to think about these issues. And for me, an example from my son is setting an example for my son is the best thing.
Excellent.
Yeah.